Okay, so I'd like to present this. Okay, can you all see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it big or no? Can you see it, class? Is it big? It says Basics of English.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Here,
All
ma'am.
right. Thank you. So again, this is a class orientation for our English class for CSU Pre-University Intervention Program. Before we start, just a disclaimer, I'm so sorry for the external noise that you would hear. For example, my dog or maybe a car passing by. I'm so sorry for that. I don't have any control for that. So if ever you cannot hear me clearly, just say that you can't and maybe pardon whatever I said. Okay? Claro?
Yes po, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
All right. So let's proceed, class. The the subject is English, but the course title is Basics of English. Okay, and what do we mean by Basics of English? This is the course description. So here, the Basics of English subject is one of the three components under the CSU Pre-University Intervention Program. Diba? We have mathematics as well as values education, right? So this course aims to improve the English language proficiency of university-bound students. So when we say university-bound students, these are you right now. So you are bound to go to the university if ever you will pass this subject and all through the and through with the two other subjects as well. So the main aim here, our main aim here, class, is to improve your English language proficiency. So as well as the fundamentals, meaning to say the core, the basics, or the fundamental theories as well as applications. So we are not just trying to learn the theories here of the English, but also we have to apply it. All right. And how do we apply it? By writing as well as speaking. Later on, you will know the topics that we are going to tackle in this 6-week class. Okay. So applications of the English language to critical grammatical structures necessary for communicative functions and acquisition of adequate vocabulary needed for academic study. So there you have words such as grammatical structures, not just simple grammar, but also critical grammar. We are not just trying to learn about conjunctions, right? But we also want to try to learn subordinate conjunction, we really have to dig deep on those topics. Okay? And then you will also learn vocabulary, and because these are needed for academic study. So the learner will master fundamental grammar concepts and apply this knowledge to written document, oral speaking skills, and the end course assessments. All right? So all of those things, all of the words that I just said a while ago, we have to go back to our main objective of this course, which is what? To improve your English language proficiency. Because we are going to use that to written document, oral speaking, and in the end course assessments. All right, nasabdan?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes po, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Okay, so
Yes, ma'am.
so this is the course outline.
Ma'am.
For the 6 weeks class, this is what you are going to learn. For week 1, you are going to learn word structures and then parts of speech specific to nouns and pronouns. Once again, you will not just learn about nouns and pronouns, but 50% of those pronouns. I'm sorry, give me a minute. Let me mute. All right. So to reiterate, you will not just learn about nouns and pronouns, but the deeper sense of these. All right. So next week 2, you will learn adverbs as well as prepositions, and then conjunctions and interjections, and then adjectives and verbs. All right. And then for week 3, rules of grammar, specifically the subject-verb agreement. Diba? There are 20 at least rules of subject-verb agreement. So we are going to learn all of those. And then because we don't have a schedule yet for the midterm, we put there, this is the coverage for the midterm, week 1, weeks 1, 2, and 3, and then we'll have our midterm. And then for week 4, we'll have reading and analyzing of text. Although class, after our midterm course or midterm phase, we decided to have some sort of a draw lots that every day you a certain student or maybe 2 to 3 students will be picked and then answer, any questions under the sun, just to improve your speaking and as well as coherence in terms of your English language. Okay, so that I think would be very exciting. I am looking forward for that. Okay, and then for week 5 is your speech writing and delivery. You may ask, Mom, why speech writing and delivery? Because you are going to speak. Our final examination will not be any more multiple choice, but rather speech delivery. Okay, so you will have to write your own speech and then record it and then send it. So that will be your final requirement or final examination. Nasabtan.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Just tell me if I am speaking too fast or too slow. Okay, next slide. So this will be the grading system for this subject class. For the midterm grade, you will have 33% for the class standing. When you say class standing, these are the quizzes, the participations, the questions asked to you during classes. Okay? So 33% would be also the assignments. That includes the class standing. And then for the performance task, these will be for the midterm grade, this will be the summative test. This is a 30-item quiz. And then the term examination will be your midterm exam. Okay, that's 34%. The same thing with your final term grade, class standing 33%, performance task 33%, and final term examination 34%. So for your final grade, both grades for the midterm and final term grade will be added and divided into 2. So for the course evaluation, so students must earn 60% to get a 3. But for sure, your aim is not to get a 3, right? For example, you want to enroll in BS. For instance, you want to enroll in BS Sociology. You have to have a grade from the English subject at least higher than, say, at least higher than 2, maybe, or 1.75. Right? So, meaning to say, for example, if our midterm exam is over 100, 1 to 100, if you get a 60 score over 100, unsa man ang imong grado? Unsa may imong grado? Kung over 160 ang imong nakuha nga score, what will be your equivalent grade? It is 3, right? Because 60% man. So you have to get higher than 60%. Is that understood? So for example, if we have a quiz 1 to 10, you have to get higher than 6 because everything is 60%. So or better to pass the course. That's why or better. All course works will be based on points as well as rubrics. So rubrics, these are for the essays as well as your speeches. Okay? So this will be your grading system. I hope you are acquainted with this one because I will not be a doctor nor a mathematician nor a magician to just input some numbers onto your class record. I will be basing it to your scores that you got from those quizzes as well as the say participations in the class. Okay. Now, moving on to the course requirements. Let's first move to the technical. Of course, you have to have the Zoom Cloud Meeting app. I'm very happy you have this already. And then, or Google Meets, because as you've noticed a while ago, my name is Vice President for blah, 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 because this is not my account. This is from the office. So I am using this. But if ever the office has, say, workshops or meetings, I cannot use this account. So we could also opt for Google Meet. So I hope you are also knowledgeable in terms of handling the Google Meet already. And then we also have the Massaw LMS. I hope all of you have enrolled to LMS already, or although we are still trying to make the LMS. That's why if you've noticed, if you already have been in the LMS, wala pa English na subject. Okay? So maybe tonight I can enroll you to the English subject, but I hope all of you have the LMS username and password already and you already logged into it. Did you, class?
Yes po, ma'am.
Yes,
We have,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ready na po sa
Yes,
mga
ma'am. Nakalagay na.
Okay, very good. But no English yet, right?
Yes po.
Yes,
English
ma'am.
na lang
Wala.
po,
Okay,
ma'am.
because we've assigned Ma'am Acabo to make the LMS, Manggod, and then I think she has a problem with the internet kaya in the morning. That's why we're still waiting. So let's just be patient for that. Yeah, let's just be patient and wait for the LMS. Maybe I'll just announce whether it is already available and have enrolled you already. Okay, and so moving on. So active Facebook account, most of the announcement, please bear this in mind that all of the announcement will be posted to our FB page. Okay, FB page. And then I wanted to have a GC, but I cannot make it because I'm not friends with all of you and I think it would be chaotic. So what I usually do in terms of my college classes, I assign certain students to make a GC for every section. So if there are students coming from section A, section F, and E here, maybe you could pinpoint or assign someone to make the GC per section, ha, dili tanan students underneath per section, so that we could have an easy access, diba? GC is very easy, but let's not let's not make use of it as if we are not in the academic field. Okay, dili ta mag-chat dito nga, oy kinsay na uyab, kinsay, no, those are a big no. Anyway, I will discuss
Noted,
those
ma'am.
later on. Okay, so maybe you could assign someone and then just add me in the GC, okay? Kamu na bahala, ana. All right. So, and then for the last point is the status of internet and connectivity. You all know that our mode of instruction is all online. So you have to really have these resources, although it's really difficult, I know. That's why we are trying to maybe have the classes every other day. Although kana nga day nga dita mag-meet for the synchronous, maybe I'll just leave you with, say, a quiz or say a video for you to watch, because it's very difficult if we always do live or synchronous classes, right? Kalas kay load, ma'am. Wa na ko'y dada, ma'am. Right? So maybe we'll nawala ko, no?
Nawala siya, ma'am.
Nawala. Nana ko, class.
Yes, ma'am. Nawala ka. Kadali.
Okay, wait.
Mawala-wala imong kuan, ma'am, tingog.
Wait, class, ha? Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes,
po,
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. But you cannot see my slide, right?
Pero not clear, ma'am.
Not clear. Okay, wait.
Wala si ma'am.
Ko na po nawala. Okay. How about that? Can you all hear me now? Is it clear already?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay
Clear
na.
na, ma'am.
So
Clear na.
sorry. All right. And then where are we? Aha naman ta. Okay. Lastly, status of internet connectivity. Did you get this one or nawala na ko diri nga part?
Nawala ka ba nga
Nawala
part, ma'am?
nawala ka dyan ang part, ma'am.
Okay, so to reiterate, for this one, maybe let's have our classes every other day, and then the next day, although we'll not meet on live sessions or synchronous, I'll just leave you with quizzes, okay? To really consider resources, basta wala na mo'y kwarta or wala na mo'y pang-load or whatsoever. All right, next. For that's the technical, this will be the content. So what you really need to do, or what I really need to require you are these. Number one, attend classes. This will just be, say, 6 weeks, pila man na siya ka days. More or less, basta, 6 weeks classes rin na siya class. Attend classes each day. Participate. Okay, kato siya. Participate in class because, again, everything is recorded, and then this is an English class. So you have to speak, right? And then take quizzes as well as exams, and then submit your requirements. Based on our meeting for all of the instructors, as per Dr. Paluga, we have to really be strict with the point system and everything. So that's why be mindful of these requirements, okay? Next slide.
Yun na yung connection.
Amazing.
O, diba, nawala na sa ko.
Clip na labod.
Oh, mga
Nana.
O, nana.
Yes, ma'am. Nawala jud ka.
Okay. Wait, where are we? Okay. Can you see my screen now?
no!
Dili pa,
Wala,
ma'am.
ma'am. Wala.
We can see you, ma'am.
Wala po sa ako.
How about that? Nawala. Okay, how about that?
Wala, ma'am. Wala.
Wala gyapon.
Wala gyapon, ma'am.
May ka-stress.
Pinakaipakita sa amo, ma'am.
But can you see me? You can see me.
No.
ma'am.
Wala,
No,
ma'am. Wala.
ma'am. We can see you.
We can't see you.
Can't see you.
I can see you.
Baka manakit ang.
Okay, wait.
Nawala si ma'am.
Ngaon!
Ma'am, ka, ma'am.
Bakasyon si ma'am.
Paniod sa mo.
Kumano, kamo, wala pa. Paniod to sa mo.
Upcam lang mo, kumukhaan mo.
Hello, can you hear me?
Wala si mama.
Big hapon, ma'am.
Pero putol, ma'am.
Okay, wait.
Nana ka, pero putol-putol.
Nawa na sab ka, ma'am.
Nawala na po.
Nawa na
Putol-putol tingog ni ma'am. Connection problem.
Okay. Naana, wala pa. Ako bali akong connection na siya.
Nana,
Nana, ma'am.
ma'am.
Nana, ma'am, okay na.
Karon
Okay,
magyud.
good. Can you see my slide?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Ako may dikita ninyo na po.
Wala sa ako.
Nawala
ka,
sa ako
ma'am.
yung slide. Nag-slide ka? Wala.
Wala sa ako ang slide. Nana.
Nana, ma'am.
Nana.
Ay, na ma'am. Karon pa, ma'am.
Okay. Right. I hope di na ni siya mawala. Okay, where are we? So there, submit, attend classes, participate in class, take quizzes as well as examinations, and then submit your requirements. So those are what I needed you to do during this course of our classes. And then for our class interaction class, it's very important that you have to respect certain rules, no, certain you have to be very formal in terms of communicating someone, even your peers or your classmates. So be mindful of this, Kuan. I wanted for you to practice this one because this is also what we practice in the university. So at least as early as now, you already follow this. So for example, if you wanted to send a message, you greet or address the message recipient. So if you are addressing your message to me, say good morning, Ma'am Gilaga or Miss Gilaga, whatever, okay? And then introduce yourself. I am Grover John Gualdiquiver from EEP, say from section A of Basics of English class, okay? And then say your intent na dayon. I am sending this message to inquire on the availability of the PDF of the recent lecture discussion handout. All right, and then end your message with a greeting as well. So thank you, ma'am, in advance for your reply. So that's very easy because I think we've noticed this one. It's very, very, very disrespectful class if moingon ra ka nga. Ma'am, asa tong kuan, ma'am, video, di na ko makita. Diba? The tone itself, all those things, kung sendan ka na tapos alas 10 pag yun sa gabi, it's very, very disrespectful. Sometimes kung dili ka buutan nga taon na mukuan gid ka, right? So please be mindful of this. Please follow this format. At least be respectful because we are in the academic environment. So notice that the language used here is English. Okay, so meaning to say our class will be strictly EOP. So English only, please. Here, EOP. All right, English only, please, class. This is an English class, so we should use English language. All right, and then please communicate during official office hours. So what's office hours? 8 a.m. to say 6 p.m. All right? Nasabtan ta, klaro ta ani nga part?
Yes po, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
All right.
Yes,
Now,
yes, ma'am.
for my introduction, since this is an orientation, di na mo balik ang slide. Okay. So for my introduction, once again, my name is Janine S. Gelaga. I have finished my undergraduate from Bachelor of Arts in English from Central Mindanao University, that's in Bukidnon. And then currently I am having my master's at Xavier University, which is in Cagayan de Oro City. And then I think I'm on my third year now teaching in Caraga State University. And then aside from being a teacher, I'm also a technical assistant to the Office of the Vice President for Academic Affairs. Yesterday we had an orientation, right? So Dr. Paluga is our Vice President for Academic Affairs. So I worked for him as a technical assistant. So every now and then, sometimes in my college class, it's very famous and they're very happy every time I'll say, class, I have a meeting, I cannot meet you today. They always like be very happy whenever I send that message to them because really sometimes the VP or Dr. Palug would just call me and then make me do something, so which I don't have a hold to. So expect that from me in the 6 weeks class as well. So yeah, I think that's it. I think those are the informations that you need to know about me. Okay, and if ever you want to contact me formally, so you already know my Facebook, so you can send it to the messenger as long as it's very formal. And then I also have my emails. So jsgilaga@carso.edu.ph. So maybe you want to screenshot this one so that I won't be able to send this again to you. Para kabalo na mo asa i-send inyong speeches and all that. Although I will maybe take note of this na lang or not screenshot or whatever you wish to do. All right? So I guess that is it. Do you have questions? It says here, ask now or you'll die not knowing the answer. Diba sometimes, diba we have that personality nga, ay, kabalagid ko sa answer, ana ay. Murag kini mo, murag magid to ba? Gid to. Pero maulaw gid ko maingon, ma'am. Pero di na ko, feeling na ko ma'am dili Tapos pag kabalo na to sa answer kay ay lagi, kabalo ko, wala lang na ko na answer. Diba? You have regretted although you know the answer already, or you missed the chance of not knowing what the real answer is because you didn't ask. So yeah, ask away, class. Okay, questions? Wala, magtinan-away rata. Charing.
Wala, ma'am.
Ma'am, I have a question, ma'am.
Go. Who is this? Identify yourself first.
Good afternoon, ma'am. By the way, I am Sunshine Argan from
Okay.
Allen College of Science and Technology.
Okay.
So, ma'am, this question is, ano lang, ma'am, I just want to know if, with regards to our quizzes and types of exams, ano ba, ma'am, kanang pag mag-quiz ba mi, ma'am, is paano ba siya, kaning identification ba siya tanan or multiple choice?
Okay, it's a mixture of, say, identification. I mean, it's a mixture of objective as well as subjective. When we say objective class, these types of quizzes are, say, multiple choice, and A, B, C, D, or true or false, or enumeration. So those are objectives. You can study for it, right? But when we say subjective, meaning to say these are opinion-bound questions. So say essay, or maybe I'd like you to write to answer comprehensive questions from a poem or from a speech. So there, or we could also have recordings or videos as well. So those types of assessments during this class. And again, I'm very much excited to have the reading and speech course after midterm, because I'm very excited to use the ruleta, and then one student will be picked from the ruleta and answer certain questions. Diba lakas mo ka Miss Universe? So yeah, I'm very excited for that.
Ay, so, nagyapon ang katong mga impromptu, ma'am, or katong to mga types of speeches?
We are not really going to tackle about types of speeches, although kato siya nga practice, katong ruleta. It's considered an impromptu speaking, right? Question and answer. But let's not label it as impromptu, because we are not going to tackle about that one. But that one is just a practice for you to be able to, say, condense certain thoughts, and then you're able to speak your thoughts. Okay? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Any more questions? Any more questions? I hope the recorded version will be better, no? Putol-putol ra ba ko? Anyway, for section, unsa nga section ang 8 AM gali na ko? Is it F? Anyway, tomorrow we'll start with our discussion man with word structure. So it's very early, no? 8 AM. Grabe si Ma'am Rachel nag-schedule. So matagid mog sa'yo, no? For me, every day is 8 a.m. for you. Not a very good schedule for a millennial. I think, or Gen Z, we don't usually wake up at 8 a.m. We always wake up at 10 a.m. at most.
Kasi, you say it again, ma'am, kasi I can't hear you, ma'am, eh.
What was that?
Ma'am, kasi mag-start class, ma'am. Actually, now we have already scheduled. So, you may ma'am,
Miss, I can barely hear you, so you can type your question through the chat box so that I may be able to read it na lang.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Okay, who is this?
Hi, ma'am and classmates. Good afternoon. I am Angel Clarice Alvarico from Section A. May
Okay.
I ask,
Go ahead, Miss.
every day ba, ma'am, have asynchronous class?
Like I said a while ago, I opted to not have an everyday synchronous class, maybe every other day. All right, so for example, tomorrow we'll have the discussion for word structure. And then the next day or the day after that, we'll have the quiz na lang, but not the synchronous class. So yung ana lang, let's have an alternate system para let's save some resources, right? Because not everyone is blessed. We have to acknowledge that it's not everyone that's blessed with resources and provisions. So yeah, let's save some resources and conduct classes or synchronous classes every other day. Although if like we really need to discuss things, like for example wala from the quiz gamay og scores, then I really need to reconduct the class, then we have to do that. Okay, did I answer your question, Miss Alvarico, was that Alvarico?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am, for understanding our situation.
Okay, you're welcome. Any more questions? Don't forget to chat or type here your section as well as your last name so that I may be able to record your attendance. Okay, more questions? Wala na? Okay, Huawei raised a hand. Go ahead, Huawei. Kinsa may si
Hello,
Huawei.
ma'am.
All right,
My
identify
name is Emily
yourself.
Walawig from Section A.
Alawi? Was that Alawi?
Halawig, ma'am.
Halawig. Okay, go ahead, miss.
Yes, ma'am. I'm asking for, what if, ma'am, if mo ka nang nay magdungan nga ko ang course, then ang isa, dili ni mo makuha na miss nimo, then ang isa appeal ka o percent.
What do you mean? Like simultaneous classes? For example, 8
Like,
8 to
pareha,
10 you have a class for English, and then as well as 8 to 10 you have a class for math. Is that what you mean?
Yes, ma'am. Naimat na mo.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Wait, you are section what? Section
Section E, ma'am.
Section A.
section
ma'am.
A.
I think,
A right now is the schedule, right?
A.
1 to 3.
yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
And you have
English and values, ma'am.
really 1 to 3? You have values as well?
3:30,
ma'am.
no, ma'am.
Wait, let me see the
As
scheduling.
far as I know, ma'am, 3:30 to 4:30 is values. That's the schedule, ma'am.
3:30 to 4:30.
Yes, ma'am.
It will not be a problem
I
because
screenshot the schedule.
because
Yes.
our schedule is 1 to 3 months. So of course I'll end at 3. Or I
Mm,
usually take the classes say
there's
1 hour
no
or 1 to 1:30. Or maybe I can end the class say 2:30 or di na ta maabot og 3 so you can rest as well.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Yes.
There is a question from Julius Hala. Am I pronouncing your last name right, Mister? Good afternoon, ma'am. From section E, kung naatay quizzes, unsay process to answer the quizzes, ma'am? Thank you for your advance answer. Supposedly, I wanted to share screen, say, the LMS, or were your instructors from say math or values education were able to show you what's the interface of the LMS. Nakapakita ba sila?
Yes, ma'am. Lately po, yung math teacher po
Like
na
earlier, ma'am.
Mr.
Math teacher
Joriel?
na, ma'am.
Okay,
Earlier.
very
speak
good.
on how to
Yes, ma'am.
do our our
Yeah,
to do.
because
So,
wala pa man gud siya sa LMS nako, but say let's see na lang my college sections. At least you know how to say navigate or know what's the interface of LMS. Okay, anyway, for the quizzes, Mr. Hala, it's embedded in the LMS mostly when we have our, for example, multiple choice. So yung ano na siya, you'll be given say 1 to 2 attempts and then we are going to set the quiz. For example, maghatag niyo quiz karon alas 2, ma-open ra 2 to 3. So you have to go to the LMS, open the quiz at 2 to 3 and then answer. Yung ano na siya, sayon na kayo. In your senior high school time, what did they do, man? Is it online or modular?
Modular with online, ma'am.
Nine, ma'am.
Online.
Modular,
So
ma'am.
there are discussions done by your teachers before.
Modular, ma'am.
Okay, na naman di ay sections dire. Okay,
Blended.
let's navigate. Share screen. Okay. Can you see now my screen?
Wala pa, ma'am.
Not yet, ma'am.
Not yet, ma'am.
Okay, loading pa ha, kajot. You see it?
yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Can see
Yes, ma'am. Makita na.
Okay, so this is the LMS class. In here, you will see, start ta dere. Here, you can message me through the LMS here. Kina-click na ninyo siya and then search, say for example, my name. And then you can type na dayon. Mila taglain na lang. Si Ma'am Meldy Acabo. Okay, click si Ma'am Meldy and then write a message here. All right? You can also do that to me as well. So this will have say 1, 2, 3, depends on how many notifications if you have quizzes. Okay? So for example, there is a quiz due tomorrow, mo notify na siya diha. All right? And then your home dashboard, events, my course, and tools. So here you can see your courses. So these are the courses that I manage for you in your interface because you're a student. These the subjects that will be reflected here are the subjects that you are currently taking. Okay? So for example, communication, basics of English section or section A. Okay, so this will be your LMS. Here, say for example here course orientation, I will upload pa man here. I will upload the recorded link of our orientation as well as the PowerPoint presentation. So you can click that. And then for example here you have word structure and then you have quizzes. So you have June 13 July 2021. You just click attempt and then you may be able to attempt the quiz. And then same thing. Let's move on to the next lesson, parts of speech. Makita na din ang nouns as well as the PPT or maybe videos and then the quiz na pod. Nga na lang, this will be, ay hala, matik. This will be the interface that you will see. Although empty pa siya, topics pa. Okay? Masabtan ra?
Yes, ma'am.
Po, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So here
Yes,
you will
ma'am.
see your classmates that are online and all that. Although here I can, because I'm a teacher, I can see the students that are online. Actually, all of the users, not just my student. Okay. So there. That's LMS. Okay. More questions before unsa na may oras? Oh, 1:57 pa man di ay. Do you still have more questions?
Yung mga nang gwapa ka.
Sana all gapa.
Okay, ma'am.
Ay, nadunggan di ko na mo. Kaya nga nakughunghong
I
rato.
heard you.
Kaklaro na ng gwapa na, mga na pagid mo.
Ay, nag-react diya.
Okay.
Sorry,
I have a
nagid.
question. Ma'am, excuse me.
Okay, you are excused.
I'm kidding. I just want to know what are your secrets or your what are the tips that you are going to give to us in order for us to improve our self in English, speaking English and kanang koan ma'am kanang unsa tawag ani maging advance me
Okay.
advance me especially sa learning English.
Okay. Because before I'm not really into English, but because I don't have that high self-esteem and I don't have the confidence to speak in front of people. But what I did, I think I was really practiced before when I was in college, because every time when we go to, for example, in my public speaking and debate class, every meeting, our teacher will have this bowl, and then we'd be able to get word pageants by an ana siya. But then really hard questions. So before I was really not into it, but I decided to practice. So before, what I did was that to practice in front of the mirror, marakog tala, practice ko in front of the mirror, and then practice really the English language. And then I try to speak it rather than write it, because when I speak it, I can hear myself whether or not I did something wrong, I made mistakes or grammar mistakes. I'm more into speaking man when I assess myself. So just speak it. And then before, although my friends, just like Ma'am Akesa, if you are able to meet Ma'am Akesa or one of the instructors as well, or maybe you'll be a student of Ma'am Akesa in the future if you'll be able to be enrolled in the university. She's my friend even back then in college, because we were 7 in the group of friends, so we were able to speak with each other using the English language. So I don't know. So I think that's I don't have really the secret or the tips, but really to practice and speak it. That's just it. And then also, it's easier said than done, no? Like when you say, "Ma'am, gusto ko i-improve akong English language, ugma na din, ma'am, or tomorrow." It's easier said than done, my God. And it's not like an all-night thing. Pagka-ugma, master na din ka, right? So you have to really speak it and practice the English, because di gid siya permanente. And even me, I still make mistakes even right now. But okay ra. Move on lang, good. Yan na ra siya. And then, based naman, do not really take it to heart. Kanang maglugmok na lang kasi mo kagalingon, kay sayop ka, or you're not really good, or you're not good enough. It's not like that. You have to accept your mistakes, and then, pangpajan kayo. But really, you have you have to acknowledge that you have to be better. Diba? That's the main thing, manggod. Shari, mura gid kay successful sa life ba?
For that,
Yeah, so yun.
Kailan ko kasi ng kanat.
Murag ako ang
Lahi-lahi ra
nabudol
jud.
karon.
Pang pageant.
Okay. Bantay mo, mangbudol na pug ako na po mangbudol ugma. Chareng.
wala, ikaw ba, may ay ako lang dahil siguro.
Ayos ma'am, ayos
Joke lang.
I want to
Ay,
share
sa
this.
pa,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
ready pa kayo for budol. Ayun sa ma'am.
Wala pa, di ba I said after midterm phase, ugma,
Chika-chika.
nouns and charmoleng sa ta.
Pinakurat dahil si ma'am. Ugma.
Tugbaan tanan.
No naman.
Ayos
Okay.
ma'am. Kabaan na nga.
Do you have more questions?
Wala, ma'am.
Wala na? Are you sure?
Yes.
And also, I'd like
Karoon sa may-
to you can just see it on the LMS. I will upload an online netiquette for you to follow. It's just very simple. Number one is just you have to adhere to being in a professional manner. So say dress appropriately, and then be respectful. And then when you want to say something, identify yourself, and then be on time whenever we have synchronous meetings. And then what else? Set an academic environment. I think I already said this one, that we have to use the English language when we have to speak. Although we will try, pero kung di na makaya, okay na po magbinasaya ta. But the main goal here is to improve our English language proficiency. And how are we able to improve our English if we don't speak it, diba? So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm worried about the other course. I mean our values. Okay, what's wrong with the values thing? Values education. Section F here. Someone chatted from the chat box. What's wrong, man?
Ma'am, karon kami nakasulod kay nagklase migikan sa math namo. Section
I see. Although it's okay, this orientation is recorded. I will try to upload it maybe later tonight to the YouTube so that you will be able to see it, because I don't think the Google Drive will be able to load this one. Murag dako na kani siya og Mbps. So if you are able to catch up, please comment here your section as well as your surname, because later today I will be sending the attendance to the secretariat, Ma'am Rachel, because they will be monitoring it. Because there are a lot of students who wants to be enrolled in this program para makasulod sa university. So those students who did not put importance with this opportunity, makuha gid siya. If say you'll be absent, yan na. So it's very strict right now. Because before, for AAP, I was able to teach AAP 1 and 2. Before, gamay ramang good, like 16 and then 100. Right now, there were 1,000 plus applicants, and then we were able to deduce it into 400. So yeah, that's why. Okay. So should you have any more questions before we end this class? So right now it's
Excuse
just
me, ma'am.
orientation. Okay, go.
Good afternoon, ma'am. This is Arian Miliala from Section A. I just want to ask kung asa na makita ang recorded ani nga video, ma'am.
Okay, I will send the link in our FB page, and then that will connect you to YouTube, because I think YouTube is a much better platform than Google Drive. Dugay pud ma-upload ang video sa Google Drive. I've noticed that. So what I always do is to upload it to YouTube.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Don't forget, class, for sections A, F, and E, again, assign someone to make a GC, and then add me to that particular GC so that I can have a separate platform, easier than the FB page to contact you.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Should you have,
Okay,
maybe you
ma'am.
can see the names of per sections naman, no? It was posted by Ma'am Rachel. So just add those students from the list.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Noted, ma'am.
Yes, me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ingaran gyapon ka na ugma magklase. Ingaran
Tomorrow-
gyapon ka nga oras.
No,
Pero dili.
tomorrow, it will be based on our schedule. So tomorrow, kinsa man gali tong 8 a.m., makamatagid ko sa'yo. Because I
Ah,
don't
sa
use...
section.
Section
Yes,
F.
me.
Section
Sa
F
section
is
to,
8
ma'am.
a.m. until 10
Section
p.m.
F, ma'am.
Section A is 1
10.
to 3. To 10. 8 to 10. And then section A is 1 to 3. Section E is 3 to 5.
1.
So let's
It's
just
na
have it based on our schedule. Although, class,
excuse me.
are there any section F here? Pwede ta mag-start o mga 8:30?
Yes, ma'am.
Sige,
Okay.
Wala, ma'am.
Pwede ka na, di ba, ma'am? Oh my God.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, sure.
Let's start off by 8:30 na lang.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Copy.
Yes, because I'm also a millennial, so I don't usually wake up again by... Sa'yo kaya ang alas 8. Sige,
Sa'yo.
8:30 na.
Sa'yo, ragit bitaw, ma'am.
Ato
Ka nga every other day.
ara ng schedule, ha, basta hindi mo matawag alas 8 sa inyong math. For others
Bilara
lang.
nag-ML, ma'am.
Kung man na lang ni Casey, ma'am. Okay, ra?
What was that?
Ma'am, unsa tayo mag-mention ka ganito, ma'am, na every other day ka klase. Unsa to, ma'am?
Okay, we'll try as much as possible that, for example lang, ha, example timeline, let's have a class tomorrow, word structure. For the next day, we will not have a synchronous meaning to say live or Zoom class, but I will be leaving you a quiz in the LMS for you to do. Nga na lang. So say for example,
Okay,
mag-discuss
ma'am.
ko tomorrow, the next day, namoy quiz buhaton. Ingana na lang para dili ta every day magamit og load. Or at least mas gamay ra, di ba? Mas dako man gud ni
Okay,
siya.
ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Thank
I
you.
have a question.
Okay, go ahead.
Ma'am,
Sa
andit.
section F, ma'am, pwede ka na mag-create may GC ang idiot.
Again, what was that? Kato, what was that, Gang?
Sa section F, ma'am, mag-create na namin GC. Amo ra kang i-join.
Yes. Add me to the GC. But once again, ha, I'd like to remind you, because GC is very easy, di ba? Dali na kayo mag-chat. I'd like to remind you that everything should be academically friendly. Meaning to say, unnecessary stuff or unnecessary topics or contents will not be entertained in the GC. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Okay.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Eh kung naagay mag-chat dito, oy, ML ta, mangusig yun ko.
Sana.
Gawas ko sa inyong
Online
screen.
ang kasi, ma'am. Online ang kasi.
Dili, musuot ko sa inyong screen lagi.
Mahilig sila, ma'am.
PM ng largo tumugdog.
Yes, it's Monday to Friday for about 6 weeks. Kapit lang yun sa 6 weeks class. Okay, more questions before we end?
None so far, ma'am.
None so far, ma'am.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Oh, there is a question here from Angel Albarico. Excuse me, if mag-quiz bitaw, ma'am, if mabak di bale, ma'am, kanang masubmit na siya diretso. So, you mean your internet were not able to sustain during the course of the quiz? Like ning back down ang imong internet or your phone or your laptop perhaps? Okay,
Something
just
at
okay, just PM me given that you have sent a proof. Like, oh, ma'am, oh, napalong. Or, ma'am, oh, wala internet or something. Because I cannot,
Approve.
yeah, I cannot just say, okay, yes to everyone. I'm not saying that you're lying, but, or I have trust issues whatsoever, but I have to have a basis or verification whenever I need to decide something. Okay, so just send me a proof of what happened to you. As well as classes, ha? For example, walay kurente because it's very rampant in Butuan or in Caraga City. Like, walay kurente, right? We always experience that in Caraga.
Ma'am, usually.
Yes, ma'am.
Just PM me about that. Because once again, we are very strict with attendance right now. Here. Alanik, you can just type your name's friend. The name of your friend here in the chat box. Okay ra nga dili iyang account ang gigamit. Okay, you're welcome, Nak.
Mama pa nga.
Namama na siya. Si ma'am.
Wala na ba? Napadi ay. If ever loading, good ma'am, are we free to message to mama? Yeah, you can just message me. Although class, when you try to message me, please, because we have a GC, if your message is really personal or you wanted to privately send it to my account, you can just tag me from the GC like, ma'am, good afternoon. I have a personal message addressed to you. Please check. Ana na lang. Because sometimes it will go to the spam, right? So di na ko siya makita or message request, and I don't usually cater those because there are a lot of students that will message me. Example, waitlisted students, ana bitaw, I cannot cater everyone, man God. So just do that in our class, ha? Tag me in our GC before and then indicate that you have a personal message addressed to me. Ay nga na lang.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, for Angel Trisha Agustin, yes, you may do this. Kinsa man silingan mo ani niya?
Yes, ma'am. Silingan mi duha, ma'am.
Okay. Marie, section, I don't think I am handling section H right now. I am only handling section F, A, and E. What happened here? I think you are under Ma'am Melby, if I'm not wrong. Marie, what's your last name? Rosales. Miss Rosales, I don't think I am your teacher for the English subject. This one from Huawei, identify yourself because I can just address you by the name Huawei. Again, if you have missed something due to certain events, please give me a valid reason. Say, ma'am, walay kuryente. Give me a proof nga walay kuryente. Ayaw po nang like, gipalong ninyong suga niya, blackout taraw. Grabe na sab. Any notice? Katawa lagi to. Any notice from Aneco perhaps? Or unsa pa man? Anything, any kasulatan, ingana ha, basis class, dili kay common sense, basis ha. And then, yeah, maybe you went somewhere important, weddings perhaps, kana, pwede na sa picture or boreal, perhaps, ingana, or wala mo yung internet connection, yan na, or signal, wala. Yeah, you may again give me a basis to decide. Mark, Mark Maisog, we've already discussed this one, but to make it simpler for you, all in all, you will have to get 33% of the class standing, meaning to say the quizzes, assignments, participations, and then 33% of the performance tasks, and then 34% for the examinations such as midterm and then final exams. But then on the transmutation, you need to get 60% of every quizzes, examinations, and everything. So for example, again, like what I said a while ago during the discussion, if we have 100 points, for example, final term examination, 1 to 100, you need to get 60 and above because 60 would mean tres sagrado as transmutation. So you need to get 60 and above. Okay? As to how many quizzes, activity, and exams in 6 weeks, I'm not so sure. We don't have a definite number on how many because it depends on your performance. If majority of the class cannot understand the lesson, that is reflected from the quizzes. Like most of you have low scores from the quizzes, then I have to make another discussion and another quiz for that. Okay? Okay, so naninood na gid mo ani. Okay, more questions? Wala na? How old am I? Guess, how old am I?
23, ma'am. 23, ma'am.
24, 25, 23.
23, ma'am.
23,
Yeah,
ma'am.
I am 23. I graduated college.
Am I correct?
Yeah, 23. Grabe sa 29 of 28 plus. I graduated college when I was 19. I was able to work at MSU when I was 20 ba yun? 19 still. And when I went to Caraga to work at CSU, I was 20. So yeah, I already have 3 years teaching in CSU.
Ma'am, unsa kay mga possible nga topic?
Possible topics?
Yes, ma'am.
Word structure. Yeah. Anyway, if you rewatch this, you will see that week 1 will have word structure, and then we have parts of speech for week 1 and 2, and then rules of grammar such as subject-verb agreement, and then reading and analyzing text, and then lastly we'll have speaking.
Ma'am.
Ma'am, tagas ka.
I am from Maigo, Lanao del Norte. If you were able to go to Iligan, that's say 1 hour away from Iligan. Right now, actually, I'm not in Caraga. I'm here in our province. That's why murag lisod yun ang signal. As you've noticed a while ago.
Ma'am, gwapa gid ka, ma'am. Baby face ka.
Ma-change ra ang imuhang perception kung makita na ko.
Ma'am, na kay anak, ma'am.
No, my
Kay anak, ma'am.
Sir.
No, I don't have a child. I'm
Gelaga pa kami.
of course.
Do you have boyfriend, ma'am?
Yeah, I do.
Uy, grabe kayo. Personalan naman
Sana
kayo ng
all,
inyo.
ma'am.
Okay ra kay orientation pa man. Tomorrow ako na po yung mamalos. Di ba mo na kang giingon gaya na? Tomorrow, I will have questions. Questions.
Uncle ba?
Serious na.
Paanjad mo mabuang.
Ibuan na ninyo pangutana karon. Ano pa pangutana
Pila na mo
ugma?
kayo?
Pangutana na mo.
Ma'am, pila na mo kayo years?
3, I guess.
Sana
Nasaan yung mansari, ma'am?
We don't celebrate monthsaries and anniversaries.
Kanino pagkabal?
Score?
Nanawag sa ako,
No.
Mature relationship.
Single si ma'am.
Ma'am, wala dyan yung absent, ma'am. Kay kuan, gwapa kayo ka.
Ma-change ra lagi na inyong perception. If mag face-to-face na.
Always present na lang for me.
Sige na na, nag-atik-atik naman ta. Goodbye na siguro.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Bola siya.
I will try to upload this one. I hope my internet connection will be my friend this evening. I will upload this one to our FB page, the link, and then it will connect you to the YouTube. And then, yeah, I'll try. I'm not promising, but I'll try. And then I'll see you all tomorrow. And then, yeah. Thank you so much for coming for today's orientation class. Thank you and goodbye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Thank you, tomorrow.
Be ready tomorrow, ha? Ako na ba yung mahatag of questions?
walay attendance, ma'am.
Your attendance is to your group chat. I will just input it based on the ones who commented here. Okay, you may leave now, class. Goodbye.
Thank you,
Bye,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.
Kayo. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Section F, see you tomorrow.
8:30, ha?
Yes, ma'am.